In this video, let's see how do we create a blog post in WordPress. Hi guys, welcome to Fully Techie. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Purushottaman. Before getting started, I want to say you that don't skip any part of this video. Every single second has some valuable information. So don't skip any part and let's start creating a blog post. To create a blog post, first let's log into our WordPress account. Once after logging into your WordPress account, click on Posts. Here you got to see all your existing posts. So these are some posts which I got by installing HTML theme, which I actually don't want. So to delete all these posts, click on this checkbox so that all your existing posts will be selected, and click here. You got to see this drop down menu. Here you have to click on Move to Trash and then click on Apply. So that's how you delete your existing posts. Now to add a new blog post, click on this Add New button. So once you click on Add New, you will be headed on to this page. So this is where you create your blog post. Before getting started, let me give you an overview about this interface. So everything what you see here works like a blog. A blog can be in text or an image or a video file. It can be anything. Every single element what you see in a website are fitted inside a blog. By default, a blog is set to a paragraph block. You can change it by clicking here and you can change it to anything you want. And if you're confused over blocks, let me throw you some more clarity about blocks. So this is one of my blog posts and I went to the inspector data section. So here we have all the elements of our blog post. So here we see first I have a heading block. When I hover around the elements, it will be highlighted. You see here I have a heading block first, and then I have an image, and then an H2 block, and then some paragraph blocks, and then again a heading block, and then some paragraph blocks. So this is how things in internet works. Everything will be in block, and inside a block we will have some elements. It will be same everywhere. The name might change. Here we call it as block, and in Elementor we call it as section, but both means the same. So let me get back to WordPress. First let's see about some tools which we got over here. This plus icon, when you click on it, you got to see all the blocks which you can use inside this blog post. It can be a paragraph or a heading or a code or an image. It can be like anything. You can use any blocks inside your blog post, and this is how you insert a block. And next we have this pencil icon. When you click on this pencil icon, you got to see two options: select or edit. When you click on select, you can only select over the block and you cannot edit the block. But the cool part here is when you select the block and then if you click it again, then you can edit that block. And then we have this basic things like undo, redo, and then we have this thing which shows the details of a block, like how many characters do we have in our post, how many words are there in our post, how many headings are there, how many paragraphs are there, how many blocks we have used in this post. So we got to see all this basic information over here. And then by clicking on here, you got to see what all of the blocks you have used in this blog post. And then I've installed a plugin called Elementor, so it is showing for me to edit with Elementor. You can also edit a blog post in Elementor, but that is a content for another video. If that is ready, link will be available in the description. On the right hand side we have some settings. I will go through all the settings at the last. Now let's create our blog post. Before that, let me delete all the existing blocks. So I'm going to delete these existing blocks by clicking these three dots and clicking on remove block. So that's how I deleted all the blocks in my post. And now let's create our blog post. So now let's add a title for this blog post. This will be the title what you see in all the search engines, and it will be appearing in the top of our blog post. And this blog post is about best hosting providers. So I'm going to give a title about best hosting providers. Once after entering a title, I want an image to be placed over here. To add an image, you can click over here and you can click on image, or else to work faster you can click on this icon and then you can select on image and then click on upload to upload a new image, or if you have your image in your media library, then you can click on media library, but I'm going to add a new image. So click on upload and select the image which you want over there and click on open. Here I got some captions which I didn't want, so I'm going to delete it just by selecting it and hitting on delete. And now I got my image. here I want to have some introductory text about my blog post. So I'm going to click on this plus icon and then click on paragraph. I've already typed the entire content of this blog post in a Word document. I'm going to select those text, copy it and paste it over here. You see here every single line is considered as in separate paragraph blocks. So now we got our introductory text and then I want to add some heading. I don't see the plus icon now. So what I have to do is I just have to come to the last line and hit on enter. And then I got to see this choose a block option. Now I'm going to click on this pencil icon and click on heading. Now I got this heading option. Again, now I'm going to copy the text from my Word document. And then I want to have another line over here. Next, I want to have a list over here. So to add a list, click on this pencil icon and click on list. Again, I'm going back to my Word document, copying my content and pasting it over here. Now we have pasted it as a list, but it converts into one paragraph. Now click on the particular block and click here. Now you got to see transform to, and here you click on list. So this is how we change a particular block. So now we have changed our entire content to lists. And then here I want to have a heading. And I'm going to copy my heading. So repeating the same process, you have to create your entire post. So just by repeating the same process, I have created this entire blog post. And then here we go to see some important settings. Come to posts and here we go to see the visibility of our blog post. By default it will be set to public and it is always considered to be in a public state. By default it will be set to public. You can also put it to private or password protected. You can also schedule your blog post or click on reset to publish it immediately. And we have some important settings like categories, featured image and expert. First, let's set some category for this blog post. So click here to add a new category. By default, it will be set to uncategorized. We don't want that. We have to set a category for a particular blog post. Click on add new category and give some name. And click on add new category. And uncheck this uncategorized. And we have successfully set a category for this blog post. Now we have created a category and we can create some blog post under this category and we can show all the posts under this category in a page. And then we got to set a featured image. Featured image is like a thumbnail image for our blog post. So to set a featured image, click here and click the image which you want to set as a featured image, or else you can upload a new image by clicking on upload files and select files. And then you can choose a new image for your featured image. But now I don't want to set a new image for my featured image. So I'm getting back to my media library and I'm selecting this image and clicking on set featured image. And we have to set some text for excerpt. It is just a description of a blog post. When we see a blog post in any search engines, we got to see a description about the blog post. So here is where we have to set that description. I'm just going to have the first 2 lines of my blog post as my description. So I'm just going to select it, copy it and paste it over here. And then we have successfully created our blog post. So once after creating a blog post, click on publish to make it live on internet. And now our blog post is on internet. So once after creating a blog post, you can see your blog post in a page called blog. By default, all your blog posts will be appearing in a page called blog. Here we go to see all the blogs which we have created. But you see here, this thing doesn't look nice, right? You see the layout, this thing doesn't attract anyone. By the way, the layout might change for you if you use any other themes. I'm using a theme called Hello. With this theme, I'm getting this poor layout. I don't like this layout. This thing is actually a crap. I would have all my blog posts in a well-designed layout. We can create a separate page in which we can design a beautiful layout for our blog posts. I'll be creating a separate video about how to create a custom page to display our blog post. If that is ready, you can see that video on the screen now. Go and watch it. Thank you for watching this video.